Evening, everyone. A long day of cleanup is followed by a long night in Colerain Township.
That's where thousands of gallons of crude oil have spilled from a burst pipeline at the Oak Glen Nature Preserve off Thompson Road. Those who live nearby are understandably worried about the environmental dangers. Local 12's Anjanette Levy is live near the scene with what we've learned tonight. Anjanette?
Well, Rob, crews are working behind me across the road to clean up this oil spill as we speak. The EPA does not believe that the water around here has been impacted, but as you can imagine, a lot of people in this area get their water from wells, and they hope that the water hasn't been impacted. Crews inside the Oak Glen Nature Preserve are using vacuums to clean up oil from the Mid-Valley pipeline spill. The stench pungent. Some neighbors noticed it over the weekend.
Well, Saturday morning and Sunday morning we kind of smelled an odor. And we thought it might have been from mulch or something. And my daughter was up from Nashville and she smelled the same thing.
The Environmental Protection Agency gave us these photos showing the site of the pipeline break. How and why it broke remains under investigation. But EPA officials say 10,000 gallons spilled, contaminating a creek and flowing into a pond.
We do have a large area impacted. The good news is it's contained. The bad news is it's a mile of creek impacted. It is going to be a big cleanup.
While the EPA says the spill is contained, former Colerain Township trustee Bernie Fiedelday has questions.
It is a concern that it doesn't get in our drinking water.
Fiedelday lives a mile from the spill and gets his water from a well. He believes the pond where oil has accumulated is part of the aquifer. At this point, EPA officials say there's no indication the oil has contaminated the groundwater.
We do have a drinking well used for drinking on this side of the road. That will be sampled in the near future. In addition, the health department's identifying up to 70 more locations that we'll be looking into.
Meanwhile, Bernie Fiedelday hopes the cleanup is thorough.
I'm hoping that they go down deep enough and make sure they get all the muck, if you will, out of there, and we're just fine.
Now, as you could see from those photographs from the EPA, the damage is quite extensive. It's a lot of oil that needs to be cleaned up. They'll be looking at whether or not they need to dig up a lot of that soil in the area of the spill and remove it, or whether that might cause more damage in the long run. Reporting live from Colerain Township, Anjanette Levy, Local 12 News. Rob?
Anjanette, thanks very much. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Mid-Valley pipeline system has had 39 incidents since 2006. And in those incidents, more than 31,000 gallons of oil was lost. The incidents caused $7.5 million in property damage.